Hello friends, this is X Little Casper and you are watching Shadowrun. We last episode finished up what we were doing in the bar. We talked to the fence about fencing our gems and decided to hang on to them until we can boost our stats a little bit. Maybe get a little bit better price for them. We're not really hurting for the money right yet, so we're good to go there. We found out Coyote we found out Sam had a sister, and we were getting ready to head out down to the docks to check out the next Ripper victim. So without further ado, let's head out. Take the cab to the South Seattle docks. Confirm. The South Seattle docks. Leaving the Seamstress Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with the latest victim. Left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle's your typical industrial area. Grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets, repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken down streets. Disreputable is the district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. Alright, so here we are, just us, no Paco, huh? Alright, well, we can't really talk to anybody yet. Let's take a quick look around. Some ships in the background. Here's a streetwalker. Let's see what she's got to say. Hey, you looking for a good time? Know anything about NTSB? Yeah, the bums around here have been stealing old crap from that place for years. Not worth my time, though. Let's see. Through the gates? No. Lone Star Guard. The guard looks bored. He toys with his gun, admittedly, like he might shoot something on a whim just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted or scam? I'm working with Lone Star. I'm looking for my kitty cat. I'm the new maintenance guy. First day. Etiquette. Officer Argery called me in. Needs me to rule out if the killer bypassed security or if they were let in. Let's do that. Oh, of course. I'll open the gate. Acquires just inside the warehouse. Definitely no holes in our security here. Tip-top shape. Look at that. 3 karma gained. There is enough for our charisma. Looks like a good place for a fight, huh? Lots of cover. So we got, last time we were here at the docks, if I remember correctly. We got attacked and we lost one of our friends downed. Remember right at the start, that flashback we had? Not seeing much over here. So there's our entrance to the building. Let's check out and just make sure there's nothing, you know, stashed around that we want to grab before we head into the building. Never know, right? Good place to tuck a few things. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Pretty straightforward, I guess. You're about to transition to a new location. Confirm. New location. The warehouse inside the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks. Top a huge utilitarian room. Excuse me. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's last victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. It seems this case hasn't leaked to the press yet. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. Alright, so we hurried down. There's the officer that tipped us off. We got a locked door over here. Locked door over there. That's okay. Locked doors aren't really a problem for us much. Took your sweet time, didn't you? You know traffic these days. Fill me in. We had time to go over the evidence while you were en route. Turns out this might not be a Ripper murder after all. I left the computer on in the office over there if you want to see for yourself. The victim worked here at NTSB warehouse as a black box researcher. The National Transportation Safety Board, this warehouse is used to go over the wreckage from plane crashes to try to determine what happened. The Vic was in charge of the highest priority investigation at the moment. We are going through the victim's computer and his case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. Scientists don't make good criminals. They'll get you killed quickly. Yeah, that'll get you killed quickly. Spilling corpse secrets, not the wisest career choice. Nope, some runner like you probably offered him to cover up his court master's involvement and tried to make it look like a Ripper killing. Here's the office key. Check it out for yourself if you want. Alright, so we got an office key. Where is the office? This door over here. Alright, so we have something over here. Let's go check the things over here first. This appears to be the victim's locker. The door is slightly ajar. Inside you see several of the dead man's personal items. Let's inspect the toothbrush. The blue toothbrush is still wet from being used. It smells of mint and cigarettes. Inspect the comb. The comb is black plastic and has some wired gray hair stuck in it. Okay. Let's go back over here. Come on. The researcher's work, cybercriminal. Has been left on, presumably by the Lone Star investigators. 95, 96, 98. Read the researcher's private notes. 95. Federated Boeing jetliner, corporate owner, Ares. The plane had several mechanical issues resulting in a midday at 3:05 on June. Mayday on 3:05 a.m. on June 17th. 2:45, the pilot reported that the altimeter was reading in the negative values. 2:49, the co-pilot takes over the controls as the pilot leaves the cabin to investigate the rear of the plane. 2:58, the pilot cannot be contacted or located by the plane steward. 3:04, the co-pilot radios in a mayday. 3:12, the plane crashes into an empty field. Okay. Case 96, Pratt & Whitney, unmanned, summary redacted, time log redacted. The file has been corrupted. The notes that appear on screen pertain to the NTSB case number 96, the crash of an Ares jetliner near the UCAS and Sioux Nation border. The crash is reportedly the result of an equipment failure. Reading further into the investigator's notes, however, you find substantial evidence linking the crash to an experimental rental research initiative. This information could be worth a great deal to the right buyer. You download the researcher notes to your PDA. Good, we got the researcher's notes. Nothing going on over here. Got a couple guys we could talk to here. What's this way? Door back there. We'll definitely be heading back there. Casper, surprised to see you here. Let me guess, Officer Argo tipped you off. Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market yesterday, or your cred stick did at any rate. He chuckles. Anyway, surprise. We got another Ripper victim on our hands. Looks like good business for Dial-A-Morgue these days. Say, what's the story with this one? You look like you've been putting in some overtime, Dresden. What can you tell me about the victim? The victim's male, mixed Native American descent, age 38. Based on the condition of the body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. And yes, I'm a little tired. Bodies have been piling up like cordwood, it seems. Cause of death unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. I'm not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. Not much else to tell yet, really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had a major surgery at some point in recent history. Unfortunately, with the organs gone, I can't determine the nature of the surgery. Any idea which organ the Ripper was after? Nice hole where his chest was, so what was on the butcher's shopping list? Not the way I'd go out. Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other missing organs may just have been eviscerated within the chest cavity. Is McCluskey getting any closer to suspects? How's Officer Unger doing on the case? He seems like a real go-getter. Sounds like the Ripper is taking a different trophy from each victim. Sam's liver, this guy's lung. Any theories? Who's the woman over there? No clue. She just showed up. Next of kin, I think. Any closer to her suspect? McCluskey couldn't find his butt with both hands. Don't tell him I said that, though. Archery would love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold detective shield. Plus, he'd love to see McCluskey suck it in front of his superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Did you take the money? He grins from ear to ear. Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think Armitage's offer's salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. It sounds like the Ripper's taking different pieces. Sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there's a massive damage in the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants, which is interesting since another victim's missing heart was also a transplant. Granted, modern medicine has made organ transplants relatively easy, but in the old coincidence, it was an odd coincidence. But as scientists, it's just that, a coincidence. This is only the third body I have personally examined. One of our other branch managers handled the other two. If I find that more of the victim had organ transplants, I'll let you know. We'll go take a look around. Good luck. Alright, let's check with this person over here, Shannon Halfsky. You're not a cop. She looks up, watching you warily. I'm independent. What's your relationship to the dead man? I see you've been praying. Do you know the deceased? Yes, he's my older brother. I've asked Bear to help me speak to him. She shakes her head, looking like one who has found herself lost for the first time in life. But I'm afraid his spirit is too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. You're a shaman? Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. Were there any witnesses? There's got to be a way to force him to talk. I can tell you're used to shouldering a heavy burden, but maybe there's an easier way? She looks at you, the flattery largely failing to affect her, given the circumstances, but the inspiration dispels the dark cloud surrounding her. Perhaps my brother's spirit is too weak. That's a given, but my brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. She closes her eyes and concentrates, droning a low chant you can barely hear. Yes, there are others, other spirits who may be of help. Her features harden in frustration, as if she's searching for something that remains elusive. Sighing, she opens her eyes and fixes you with a stare. But I can't do it alone. What do you need? This warehouse contains the spirit of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help, they wish to be heard, and I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. Lone Star won't let me in there, but you seem to have the run of the place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victim, I believe that I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I'll need at least 2 objects. Can you find them for me? I'll see what I can do. Pretty sure that right over in this locker were 2 items that we needed. Pick the comb. Pocket the comb. Alright, so do we have mission items? We only got the comb. What happened to the toothbrush? Alright, well, there should have been a toothbrush there. Is it still there? Does... Let's see if she'll take it. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go back this way then. and see what we can find back here. There's a large pile of old shoes on the ground next to the airplane seat. They could be discarded luggage or possibly the shoe worn by the occupants of the plane at the time crash. Dig through the pile of shoes. So through the shoes, you realize that there are 3 shoes with no matching pairs: a left blue sneaker, a right red heel pump, and a left black dress shoe. Inspect the sneaker. There's a child and musty, sweaty smell. Oddly, you get sort of shocked. There's some static electricity when you touch it. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. Alright. So, there. We got 2 pieces now. It feels as though you found enough objects. You hand her the objects you found. She closes her eyes and chants over them for a time. When her eyes open again, they're filled with tears. Thank you. These items are all I will need. Shouldn't take me long to... What the hell is all this? Officer Argo trails after the detective, only meeting your eyes for a moment. She's the victim's sister, sir. This is a crime scene, officer, and not the Chalice Drum Circle. There. Ma'am, consider yourself contacted. Now get the hell out. Come on, if we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I'd regret, or worse, something I'd enjoy. Oh. We got kicked out. We didn't get a chance to explore this lovely room over here, and we can't get over there. That man's a... She staggers at McCluskey from across the warehouse. But there's no helping it now. I should just be grateful you were able to collect these items before the clouds carted everything off. Give me some of the spirits. Not from here, I'm afraid. Spirits such as these have domains to which they're anchored. We need to get back in. Once the coast is clear, red cops like these won't tie up the place for long. Not looking good now, but do you have any plans for this evening? A little breaking and entering, perhaps, under cover of darkness. Sure you're up for that? Maybe a rabbit hole, but I have to get to the bottom of it. Whatever your reasons, I thank you. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help. They may post security overnight, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say you know where to find the kind of people we need. The best money can buy. Good, I'll put up the money if you find the body. She produces a fistful of crumpled yen from inside her leather pouch. She starts to count it out, then shoves the whole wad at you. Meet me back here at midnight. The spirits will be strong then. Alright, so we gotta come back at midnight, and we gotta go pick up some people. Are you sure you want to leave the chirps and face the Coyote pops? As you start to leave the warehouse, your comlink chirps and the face of Coyote pops up on the screen. Oh, hey Casper, you're in the middle of something? Just getting jerked around by Lone Star? Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now. No problem. What do you need? Just getting jerked around by Lone Star. I hear you. Her jaw sets. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. BTL pushers like Steve J ran the squats. Ran my world when I was growing up. Sounds nasty. Her brow furrows. It was, for all kinds of reasons. I have a cousin, Gino, who's been missing for months. He hit the Sprawlers about a year ago and immediately fell in with the Tweakers. Bad guys. They hooked him on high amp dream chips and started using him for all sorts of dreck. I tried to help him, but he pushed me away. Then he disappeared. I've been shooting up BTL labs ever since trying to find him. Guessing you have a new lead? It's not a lead. Her face lights up. She's running hot. He has a serious edge. I know exactly where he is this time. Got an old friend who eyeballed him herself. I'm on my way. Paco's with me, but we could use another hand. You in? I need you right now. On my way. We'll help her out. Maybe she'll work for us for free then. Those will be a couple bodies we can have. We can keep that 4,000 yen. Coyote's Crusade. The clusters of dilapidated buildings where Coyote told you to meet her appears to be the remnants of a public housing project. The buildings look like a cesspool filled with human debris. You find her standing with Paco on a street corner, eyeing the roof, the doorways, the windows. Despite his attempts to engage her, Coyote barely says a word as the three of you weave your way through the tenements. She walks purposely, her new cyber hand flexing open and closed with each step. It's unclear whether the action is voluntary or not. You circle around the back of the building, and Coyote jumps up, grabs the bottom rung of a fire escape ladder, and pulls it down. Without a signal, she starts her climb towards the roof. Paco looks at you worried and starts up the ladder. Alright, up we go. Thanks for meeting us, Casper. I owe you one. No sweat. I figured you could use the backup. Maybe I can find a way to make this pay off. Let's get it done. I have to kill her. You never know. She brightens. Oh, hey, listen, I got news for you. You know Sam's sister Jessica? One of my contacts found her for me. While you were on the way here, I called her and asked her to meet you at the Union later today. Hope that helps. Good job, thanks. She looks at you, her scarred face soft. Least I can do. Alright, let's get this done. My cousin Gino should be in one of these squats past the door up ahead. I hear there's a whole lab set up in there. From my experience, there's usually a lookout watching for cops outside and a guard at the door inside. Like I said, don't know how much firepower to expect, but these guys are nasty, so stay on guard. I just want to get in, grab Gino, and get out. Right behind you, babe. Let's do this. Alright, so here we are. There's a guy there at the roof. The orc looks twitchy, his eyes rolling into his head. He scans the three of you, looks past to see if there are others, licks his lip and nods throughout as if going through some internal checklist. Hoi hoi, how are you doing? Good day for a trip, ain't it? She leans in and whispers in your ear. This guy's a clocker. Trades work time for chips. Part salesman, part lookout. Probably has a single signal device for the guys inside. You want to go on a ride? You can't forget you're a halfer for a while. Sell BLTs. What kind of ride can we go on? How does this place operate? Don't you think you're hurting people selling this dirt? Just let me in. See, to sell BLTs, right? He grins like, oh yeah, chummer. Oh yeah, better than life. Definitely better. Dream chips, mind benders, sim sense without peak limits. High octane intensity. What kind of rides can I go on? We got it all. We got all of it. We got it all. Yeah. What you want to do? What you want to do? Some crime? You want to be bad? We can hook you up. Don't roll that way. Want to be a hero? Be a hero. We got a fairy tale direct chummers love. You name it. And you can slag and frag to your heart's content. That's the real thing, right? Slagging and fragging. Don't matter what the trip as long as there's slagging involved, right? Kyrie's eyes are hard. Her pupils tight like pinpricks of hate. You do snuff too, don't you? The clocker looks around more nervous. Maybe, yeah, maybe. For the right price. You can feel it. What it's like to die. What it's like to kill. How does this place operate? How do we get in? That's the best part. The best part. It's a lab. They test the new stuff here. The hottest dreck. You can place a special order and they'll make it happen. You buy a pass card from the guy at the door. It'll get you in and out anytime you want. Then you can buy a beetle and slot right there. Our guys guard you while you're chipping. Safest way, chummer, safest. Just let me in. I'll see you around after this. Probably see you lots. Alright, in we can go. So we got somebody to talk to over there. We got someone up here. Let's see. Let's hit her first. Concerned woman. The woman is probably in her 30s, but hard times have aged her. She looks at you with concern. Don't do it, friends. Don't slot the dreck they're selling. BLTs are killers. There's most of all. Alright. There we go. You sound like you know from experience. Do you have a pass card to get in there? What kind of guards Do they have on this place any chip heads inside the lab? We're looking for a kid named Gino. You know him? Gotta go. Pass cards? No, but Jamal has my son's card. Took it off him when his brain fried. Jamal's down the hall. Don't know if he'll give it up, but that's between you and him. Sound like you know from experience. What kind of cards do they have on this place? She looks around, frightened, whispers, "They're serious. This place is backed by the Yakuza. Japanese mafia. Oh man. How many and what kind of firepower?" There's a guy on the door, Charlie. He sells the passes to get in. He's not tough, blind in one eye. There's another 5 or so wandering around. 2 of them are bad news, covered in magic symbols, I mean. She's amped ready. 5 or 6, that's not so bad. We have surprise on our side. Any chip heads in the lab? Yep, all day, all night, and they can be dangerous too. Chip heads dangerous? Once someone's chipped, they can send them any program they want. Make them do whatever. Turn them into whores, killers, anything. Who doesn't? He's here all the time. Gino's a clocker. Trades his time for chips, like the little errand boy. I saw him go in there this morning. He hasn't come out, so I imagine he's riding a dream chip. Sounds like you know from experience. She pulls her hair back to show you no implants. Then her mouth tightens and her eyes well up in tears. I do. I know. Lost my husband. Lost my son. My daughter. They use her. To record. Tears stream down her face. Gotta go. Alright, so this is a guy we're going to get our chip from, looks like. Let's check out this other room over here. That's Jamal. And that's Charlie. So we'll see if we can get the thing from Jamal. Has a look of a time chip on his head, emaciated, hollow-eyed, but hungry and desperate. What you looking at, half man? You hear right, I got a few. I sell them at a discount. Charlie charges 59 yen for them, but I can get you 3 for 100. I was thinking 75. And I was thinking slot off. Let's pay the 100. Charlie, an orc with an expression of boredom and one milky eye. He drones through his standard pattern. Need a pass, 59 yen each. 150 for the lot, yeah. Then they'll let you come and go as you please. You can chip in there and we'll be safe. BTL chips are separate costs. Last about 3 hours. Prices vary, but those are inside. Got your passes right here. Sucker punch him in his blind eye. Never mind. Oh, we should have put our point into charisma. I don't want to take a look around first. If your selection is good, we'll give you 200 on the way out. Oh, see, if we'd pumped into our karma, we could have chose that. Oh, it takes 4. We can only get to 3. Alright, got your passes right here. Great, have fun. We should stop. Since we know we're going to put it in the karma, let's put our points in our karma. Oh, we got 8. We got tons. So let's pump up our karma. We'll take academic, street, Shadowrunner, gang, corporate. We'll go corporate. And then we've got only 1 karma point left. Not much we can spend it on. We'll have to upgrade our intelligence, I think, next. What do we get there? Maximum for trolls, maximum for orcs, maximum for indwells, drafts. So yeah, we don't have any good bonuses coming up real quick, so we'll confirm. Alright, we are about at the wrapping up point for this episode. So we're going to break here, and for those on Twitch, we'll be back in just a moment. For those of you on YouTube, so far it looks like this episode where we have to head back to the warehouse. Doesn't look like that murder was from the Ripper after all, because it was kind of sloppy, but we'll go back and check. For next episode, we're going to enter into this warehouse. It looks like we might be getting into some combat, which should be fun, and looking forward to it. So this is XL Casper, and until next time, have fun.